Well, it's very important to optimize spaces throughout our homes, right? And it's great to know that California Closets is in our city and can help us with this goal. So let's welcome back Betsy Hegan, Senior Sales and Design Consultant. Great to see you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Of course. So let's start out with this. What makes California Closets different than other companies out there?
I think California Closets is not just about going into your home and, putting up some shoe shelves and hanging rods, but it's really about the whole client experience and building a relationship with our client and really getting to the bottom of what their storage needs are, what their space means to them.
Right.
How to make it a meaningful, functional space for them.
Yeah. So tell us about some of the unique design elements that you offer then.
So we have a new palette refresh. We have,
cool.
We have a bunch of new finishes. I brought some of them here.
Beautiful.
We're doing a lot of lighting, lit inside drawers, hanging,
that's nice.
accent lighting and entertainment centers, just little touches that can really elevate a space and make it feel more important to you.
I've never thought about the lighting like that before, but that's a great idea because my husband and I wake up at different times.
Yes.
And I can't just like flip on the light switch,
Yes.
right? So, but if in the closet, you can like kind of have like that
hanging
little
rods
lighting.
Or with the drawer, like to open a drawer and not
really
have
cool.
to dig through.
Yeah, and we're seeing some of the work right now, absolutely stunning. And what's really cool is that they're all different.
Yes.
You don't have to have that cookie cutter. So let's talk about misconceptions, because I think people hear California Closets and they think that's all you do, but you do so much more than that.
We do, and I think if the pandemic taught us nothing else, it's how there's so many spaces in our home
that we want to renovate.
Need to create order, and we do kitchen pantries, home offices, garage systems, even a mud room, can make a huge difference in, feeling organized and getting your day off to the right start. We're having everything in the right place. So it really isn't just closets, but
and
it
looks
everything.
Cleaner when you have everything in its spot. And then you have a podcast. Tell us about that. What do people learn on that podcast?
It's an amazing podcast. Jeremiah Brent has a podcast called Ideas of Order, and he brings in designers, actors,
cool.
just all sorts of people. And it's not really just about closets, but about spaces and the meaning of what home is and what you want, your world to look like when you're home. And,
right.
And it's just, he's amazing.
Yeah, it's what you want it to look like, but also the feeling probably when you walk in the room.
Exactly.
Or show it off.
Exactly.
Because if you get something like that done, you're going to be all your friends and family, come look, come look.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about the showroom. It's at Ponte Vedra Beach?
It is.
Okay.
Yep, we're in Ponte Vedra, and we are open 6 days a week, and there's always a designer there. So someone, if you have blueprints and you want to just stop by or, come poke around, and, we've got samples of the different kinds of systems we do, garage, pantry, closet, entertainment center, and really show off some of the different elements that we have.
Yeah, that's so nice too. I didn't even think about you could have your own blueprint, but I'm sure if somebody is like completely overwhelmed and they're like, I want you to just show me your options, so you could do either or.
Exactly. Yeah, it's really a custom creating of, kind of creating practical magic in your closet. And, some clients know exactly what they want, and then sometimes, it's a lot of dialogue back and forth, and just really, building a relationship and figuring out what's important to them and how we can best suit their needs and their spaces in their home.
And so do you go out to them for like a consultation to see the space?
Complimentary consultation. We'll go out, and we have a great 3D CAD program so people can get a great visual of what the space could look like. And with CAD, it's so easy to make changes and go back and forth and really give people different options to fit whatever budget they have.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so we've got the information on the bottom of the screen if you'd like to reach out to them or maybe even see some of their samples, but head to the inventory spot, right? You can head to the showroom. So
definitely.
Thank you so much. Yeah, if you want to touch, feel, smell. Wood smell. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Betsy, for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.